Welcome to downtown Miami, Florida. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Time to work.
305, my city, my city. This is one of my favorite stops on the road, Ed, and I'm sure the same applies to the visiting players.
No more time on the beach. It's time to hoop it up here in South Florida. Opening tip won by the Heat, and we're underway in Miami. Nice pass to get things going.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Moutier with it up top. Down just a couple. Count the basket.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
It's the Heat with the possession. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2. Moutier into the front court. They trail by 2. Nothing going here on that drive. Over to the right side. Griffin to Drummond. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
That's how you do it. You stay in his pocket and you never give him any space at all. You make him smell you every single possession.
And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
And hits the first free throw. So he hits the first, misses the second. I don't know what the defender was doing there, but count the points.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Moutier. And the finish. Jay, that was unguardable.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
To Butler. Stuffs it down with authority. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
To Moutier. And the finish at the rim.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Jimmy Butler rejects it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Screen.
Trying to cash in. That's usually one that he'll knock down. Jay, sometimes it's not just the Heat that does opponents in Miami.
I've been a victim to this multiple times when we have played the Heat, and I think other franchises from cold cities have been the same. There's a reason why the Miami Heat have such an advantage down here on South Beach. You catch them on an off night, it's rare that opposing teams are ready to play.
Now the Heat going to use a timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
To Griffin. And scores. Strong take.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
Runner's good there.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Griffin. Short jumper misses.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Big finish at the rim. Late heave to beat the buzzer. We played one here at American Airlines Arena with the Heat out in front. Jay and I back to South Florida after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Head coach Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Here comes the screen.
Screen coming. Go live.
Deep 2 there, won't go.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
Pistons have it. To Drummond. Sizing up the defense. Short jumper won't go down.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
Butler to Kelly Oubre. Down to 5 on the 24. Out of bounds. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Moutier. Shot from the lane won't go. And counted at the rim. Corner 3 at the buzzer. It's good. And it gets them closer as we reach the end of the...
Fellas, back to you.
The possession in favor of Detroit. That is great vision to set it up. And throws it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
And the basket good at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Moutier with it up top. His guys down big. Oh, emphatic slam.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Don't let it slip.
Stop Stuffs it down with authority.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Iwandu, defended by the lefty Oubre. From the painted area, won't go down. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Andre Drummond sends it away. Out of bounds, last touch by the Pistons. Changes coming from both sides right now. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Not done yet. There you go. Way to stay with it.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Cruises inside for two.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Moutier into the front court. Down a bundle. Gets it in the right corner. Griffin has a chance. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Oh man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Moutier. Beyond the arc for three. Misfires. It's no good. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on, but the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Moutier to Drummond. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
It's the Heat with the possession.
I got him. Here we go. Here we go.
Add 2 points to the board.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox powers it through.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Easy path to the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Lets it fly from long range. They have to keep him in their grasp.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
3 quarters down, and the Heat right now are feeling good. So the Heat will have it to start this fourth. That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
He'd have the basketball. Second effort. on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Moutier. Strong finish that time from Emmanuel Moutier. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
Brandon Ingram able to recover with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Moutier with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Gets a shot and a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Block up. Here you go.
Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
That's what you've come to expect. Your best players making baskets. Miami with the basketball. Not that time. Moutier into the front court. He'll run the offense. Has a look. Wide open look. Won't go. Trying to cash in. Offensive reach. Slams it home on the putback.
Ooh. Really showing no mercy here. This one is out of hand, and the offense is still pouring it on.
Turns, hops, and finishes. The abuse at the rim for Blake Griffin.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Pick it up. All right, here.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Long heave from three-quarters court. The Heat with the victory as they win this one in blowout fashion. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up.